What is going on, guys? It's BDubs458 Gaming here with a brand new video, and today I'll be sharing part 2 of my Forza Horizon 4 wish list. So on the screen, like right now, it's just a Forza Horizon 1 cutscene, but I'll be showing you clips from both Forza Horizon 1 and GTA 5, and I'll tell you why later in the video. But starting off, I just want to start with like the story mode and the cutscenes of the game. So as you can see here, Forza Horizon 1 had a great like cutscene animations. They had great cutscene animations throughout the game, and also a good story mode. Um, like it was cool that you had bosses and stuff. But leading on to like festivals and stuff, as you can see here, I'm in GTA 5, but there's a car dealership here too in the map. So it would be nice in Horizon 4 if you had like one main festival site in Tokyo. So like if it's in Japan, you'd have one main festival site like we did in Horizon 1 with like all the upgrade things, the like upgrade and tuning, car dealership, auction house, um, paint store, and all those. It would be cool if those were separate. And then throughout the map, like in GTA 5, as you can see, there would be like a dealership, like many dealerships and auction houses throughout the map, and like random garages in the middle of like alleyways, so you could tune and repair or paint your car if you want to. And those would be like scattered out throughout the map, and you could find like auction houses in the middle of the map, and like so they're not all together in one festival site. It could make it a lot better. And like you could have some festival sites that you could only use for, let's say, like switching cars and stuff. But another cool thing that would be nice in Horizon 4 is if you could like buy properties and like garages and houses and stuff. So as you'll see here on the screen, I'll be buying a small two-car garage for like 25 grand, I believe it was. And it would be cool if you could do that in Horizon 4, because like in Japan in the city you can see like lots of small garages, or even like those garages from like um Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, in that scene where he has the guy has the blue sorry, the green Hulk van in that kind of garage. But yeah, it would be cool if you had like small garages so you could store some of your cars wherever you wanted. Like if you have one of these in Tokyo, you could store like your drift cars or something. Or if you had one of these in the mountains, you could store a drift car or off-road cars, whatever you want to do. So that would be a cool addition to, it can make the game a bit more realistic. So you have your own garages and houses too if you want to. If Turn 10 wants to go like the extra mile to do that. But Need for Speed had that too. Um, that was one thing I loved as a kid when I used to play like Need for Speed Carbon 5 years ago, a really long time ago. Um, Playing Need for Speed Carbon, that you could like have garages around the map and stuff like that. Safe houses are called. You could have safe houses around the map, and you had only like a certain amount of cars you could keep in them. So if you could do that with like these two, but you could keep like as many cars as you want in your festival garage, like in Tokyo or wherever. So that could make like a lot of people use the map a lot more wisely. So you could return to like the Tokyo or like the main city of the map. So you could do like so you could have everything clumped up together, which would make the game a lot more enjoyable in my opinion. So some other things people have been asking for were turn signals, um, and other stuff like that to make the game a bit more realistic. One complaint I have with like the Forza series is the clutch isn't very realistic. Like playing BeamNG Drive, like when you let off the clutch, it's a lot more linear, and Forza just like bites off, and it's not like the most pleasant experience when you just want to like drive normally or casually or something. But yeah, so like moving on to the map part of the game, as you can see on the screen, I'm driving on the highways. This is one thing I hated about Forza Horizon 3, was the highway system. It was a good highway system, but like the exits weren't like very logical. Like as you can see here, this is a normal exit where you just like go in a loop around to get on the next highway or get off something. But in Horizon 3, there were literally just like 90-degree turns I'd had to take to get off the highway, which wasn't like safe, and it wouldn't be safe in real life, and it isn't like very realistic at all. Just to, like turn off on a road like as if you're turning off at a stoplight. So it would be nicer if you had like normal ramps like that in Horizon 4, because also in Japan, obviously you have like those crazy highway systems in Tokyo and those parking lots and bridges and stuff, and it could make it a lot more realistic and better. So it could make the game better. And another complaint I had with the Forza series for a long time was like the airport. It didn't feel like an airport. So like Los Santos and GTA, it had they've always had a great airport, like a big realistic airport that you'd find in any big city, like with parking lots and AI parking in the parking lots and parking garages. Because like in all the Forzas, I mean Horizon 1 didn't have an airport, but in 2 and 3, the airports were like small airports that only had like one runway and stuff like that. So it's like they're cool for like drag racing, I guess. But if you do an airport, you'd want to do it like well so it actually feels like an airport. And another thing that people were asking in the community, and I was too, um, were parking garages you can actually drive in. So I know in Horizon 1 there was like the street race in like the town, I forget what it's called, but there was like that town in the northeastern part of the map, I believe, that had like a parking garage that you have to do street races in, and you could never really drive up it and like park in it. Which you, if you did that like in GTA, for example, it could make the game a lot better because you can like have your own car meets up there instead of having to like force a car meet like in a parking garage like you did in Horizon 3 on at the airport parking garage. So yeah, that would definitely make the game better, and you could do like drifting through parking lots like in Tokyo Drift or whatever you want to do. But yeah, multi-level parking garages would definitely be better. So some more things that people have been asking for: the ability to have neons on your car, like this GTR in front of me on the screen. To put neons on it, to be able to turn on and off your lights whenever you want to, so you can have more freedom. Um, GTA also has this the ability, if you have a convertible, so let's say if you're driving a Miata or something, you can have the ability to put the top up and down whenever you want to. So like if you have a convertible, you're not stuck with the roof down or you're not stuck with the roof up, you can do whatever you want to. So yeah, so like I was saying earlier with the airport, make like the runways bigger too, so you don't just have one small runway. Like this airport is huge. You have like hangars to everywhere you go. You have like jumbo jets and stuff like that. Cause Horizon 3 only had like those small airplanes, like the small propeller airplanes. So if you just like give us a bigger airport, we can do more stuff with it. And if Turn 10 does what we wanted, so we could customize our own races, like not the way Horizon Blueprint worked. So you could actually like plan out your own route and racetrack and stuff. Having an airport this big would definitely help that. So yeah, um, so yeah, like I was saying with the Horizon Blueprint thing, in Horizon 3 it was nice that we were able to like customize. I mean, we weren't able to customize our races, but the ability to like choose what class and what weather and stuff like that. But if we could be able to like choose our own routes throughout the map, that would be amazing. So continuing on with the map, Surfer's Paradise was a great addition to the Horizon series. The fact that we had like a city with tall skyscrapers, but it felt small and it felt sort of repetitive. Like all the houses looked the same. All of them had like gated driveways and stuff. Only some of them you could actually park in the driveways and stuff. And I think there were only like 4 or 5 different models for houses. All of them were the same throughout the map. So if we had like a city more like Los Santos and GTA with like big boulevards and stores on the left and right of you, that would definitely make the city big better. So like if they do Tokyo, let's say don't make it like a scaled down size of Tokyo. I mean you have to, but don't make it like too small that it's like only a mile or two in width. Make it so it's actually like decently big, at least like a quarter of the map. And by the way, guys, a lot of these ideas came from the YouTube channel Chronos YouTube. I'll leave a thing in the corner of the screen so you can check out his channel. Go subscribe to him. He does a lot of these Forza wish list thingies too. But going back to the topic, as you just saw, I passed through an alleyway. If and later you'll also see in Horizon One, um, both games they had a lot of alleyways through like the towns and cities, like GTA 5 especially. You can go between buildings anytime you want. Um, there are a ton of alleyways and stuff like that. And even Horizon 1, there were like upgrade boards and like just cool alleys that you could just drive through and like explore the city better. So yeah, so here you obviously have in Horizon 1, you have more boulevards, more stores like that. You have a big parking lot to your left. And here when I was saying you could just go between the buildings a lot easier than you could in any other Forza game. So having this would be amazing in Tokyo if you could just drive between it, and who knows, maybe you could find like a barn find or something in the middle of the city in an old barn. So yeah, that would definitely make the game experience better when driving in the city. Um, Also the AI in the city, if there were more AIs like not drivatars but like actual AI cars, if there are more of them in the city and less of them in the countryside, like in the mountains, that would definitely make it more like realistic. So you could have like a lot of traffic in the city and you could like drift and weave through traffic in a race or something in a street race. But in the mountains, you'd be free to like drift in the open and not worry about hitting many cars like I just did there. But also, yeah, like I said, the highway system have exits like these at least. You don't have to have a lot of wild loops in the countryside, but at least like normal exits, so you don't have to like turn off the road um, in a dangerous way. And another thing many people complained about were elevation changes. None of the Horizon games really had it. Horizon 3 had like a couple of roads that actually had like a huge jump or mount. Like Horizon 3 had like a small mountain road that was like, I don't know, half a mile long that you could actually like drive like this. But Horizon 1 had a very nice canyon road as you can see here. So if that returns to Japan, please like give us the ability to climb mountains. Like I know Need for Speed Payback has that. You can just like climb the mountains and drift up and down mountains, and even older Need for Speeds have that. But elevation change can help a lot. You could go like off-roading. You could try to like climb the mountain off the road and or go rock climbing and stuff like that. So definitely it would help the Japan scene if you had like elevation changes in mountain roads and stuff like that. But yeah, also another idea that I had and a lot of other people had was have more like standard cars, like how we have the Ford Focus, we have the ST and the RS and stuff like that. But give us like maybe the standard version of it or like a standard Golfer, like not necessarily sport based cars. Like in the new Forza 7 car pack, for example, we just got the Subaru 360, which is like an E100, it's like the slowest car in the game. But a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people are going to use it. Like, it's going to be one of those cars again that people just use it for a video or just try it out and then forget about it. But it'd be cool if Turn 10 gave us like more cars that weren't like speed oriented. So like we could have like a Golf R GTI and just have like a diesel one or something, or like a base normal Golf, I guess, that you could like build into a sleeper car, or like Honda Civics. We could have like Forza 4 had a lot of civics, and one thing I love to do was just track build them. So like having us just a standard like 95 um, Honda DX sedan or something, you could just slam it and like put coils and all this stuff and make it a track sleeper car. So having more car variety rather than just like sports cars and stuff like that, have more like everyday cars. So you could have like, I guess, going on to the list, you could have like more four-door cars, so it could be fun. I don't know, you could pretend to have like the best family car challenge or stuff like that. Just to like make the game experience better, so you'd have more diversity in cars rather than just like hot hatches and then having all those exotic sports cars and stuff like that. You could have a few slow cars that you can tune up and build up to a higher PI. So let's say you can tune up a Subaru Forester or something up to S1 class and race it against a Lamborghini or something if you really wanted to. So that could definitely make the game experience a lot better in my opinion. And having the ability to have turn signals and stuff, you could also do like more realistic driving if you wanted to, so you don't have to spend money on another game like city car driving, for example, to have like a more realistic driving experience. So yeah, that's it for the map and cars and stuff like that. Um, Having more off-road and less invisible walls would also be beneficial. That's one thing I hated about off-roading in Horizon 3, and that like um mountain road that you could go down the dirt road. I would always try to like climb up to just go like straight up it, so you could have like more off-road freedom, I guess you could say. And I'd always end up hitting like an invisible wall or something and never be able to do like some good off-roading while you're climbing hills and stuff like that that you couldn't do in a normal car. But yeah, so here's another thing. It would be cool on the screen if you could have car washes to wash your car if you wanted to and not. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want this, but like I was saying earlier, to have car washes and repair shops throughout the map, it would be cool if you like put your car in a storage like in the Horizon Festival or something, that it wouldn't reset your dirt, like how dirty the car is and your damage. It would be cool like if you had like a beat up dirty car, you could just drive it around the map and not worry about it resetting the damage or the dirt on it. And that's one thing
What you
I
looking for?
didn't like, but I don't know about other people. I'd never heard about anyone complaining about that. But in my opinion, it'd be cool to just
All
drive around
fixed
in a
up.
dirty car or
Later then.
drive around in a beat up car. Like if you build like a 1963 or one of those old Volkswagen Beetle rally cars, it'd be cool to just drive around a muddy beat up Beetle through the desert or through the off-road mountains. Sorry, but anything you'd wanted to do with a beat up car. So I guess you'd have more pride in driving a broken car around and having fun in one of those. But yeah, so like I said, here you have more alleyways that you can drive through in GTA and also gas stations. That's one thing I like. So on release of Forza Horizon 3, at the beginning you could actually run out of gas on free roam, but then like a couple of weeks after release, they patched it so you could never run out of the gas on simulation, which I think was really stupid. It would be really nice if you could actually like with sim damage, you could run out of gas and go like stop at a gas station in the map. Because Horizon 3 had one gas station and it was really a cool thing, but it would be cool if now we had a lot more throughout the map and they're actually functional. So you could run out of gas and have to go to the gas station to fill up. Like I said, these things are like small things, but it can make the game experience better and more realistic for people who really want it to be like that. So yeah, that's about it for now, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.